Hi guys, this is Akhil and welcome to Merle Tech YouTube channel. And today we're looking at a few ways which will help you generate ideas for a tech product startup. Now as you know that idea generation can be a long process. It can be a long and difficult process, and then it's not everybody's cup of tea. Many people just like to copy ideas from here and there, and they don't probably want to think of they don't have the ability to think of ideas for themselves. But the reason is not that they're not inherently capable of this, but because they're just too lazy, or they don't have the right tool set basically to end up with the right idea, right? And so having done a lot of ideation workshops, I have come across this these 4 steps that I'll be sharing with you today. And with the help of these 4 steps, you will be able to generate ideas consistently, like really good ideas consistently in a very small amount of time, and you'll be able to take them to the market very quickly, right? So now let's say you're inexperienced in idea generation. The first thing that I think you would do is you would just head over to Product Hunt and then start looking at other product ideas from other people, right? And then you would probably want to change a few things here and there, and copy those product ideas. The thing is, it works in some cases, but like 9 out of 10 times, that may not work for you. That may not work, right? Having somebody's product idea, because the great product ideas, they probably might not, they probably will keep them very, very secretive. They don't want to put them on Product Hunt. So here are a few steps that you can follow to come up with a good tech product idea. The first is you have to start looking inwards, right? You have to think about the problems that you've been facing recently and make a note of them, and then try to solve them. For example, let's say you're thinking that, oh, I do have a to-do list app, but it's not giving me this feature or that feature, or I could have like a automatic scheduler or something like that. So just find out the problems that you're facing and the things that you would want to solve for yourself, and then you start creating the product idea. So this is something that people don't do. They're looking in the world and looking at other people's problems, but look at your problems, what you're facing, and then try to find a solution for that, right? This is a very, very good way to get to product idea. The second is you have to think about extensive or intensive, right? So do you want to create more value for less people, or do you want to create less value for more people? So like, let's say if you want to create a lot of value for less people, then you have Rolls-Royce, Bentley, Patek Philippe, all these very, very uber premium luxury brands that create a lot of value, but for very few people. But if you want to create a lot of value for for a lot of people, small amount of value for a lot of people, then you have Honda and Toyota and all these Kia, all these different brands that come to your mind, right? So you have to think about this, right? You want to be a massive brand, or you want to be a premium luxury segment. Both of them might do the same amount of business. Both of them might be similarly what do you call it, successful. But then you have to think which path you want to go down in. So this is a very important question that you need to ask yourself, right? While you're thinking about the business tech product idea. And this will also help you while pricing the product later on, right? The third is, do you want to go B2B or B2C? Now, this is again a very, very important question that you need to ask yourself while doing the ideation for the product, because many people, they have B2B sales experience. They have been penetrating all these enterprises and closing all these sales and deals, and they know how B2B products work, or B2B sales work. And if that's the case with you, then it's very good. And then you can focus on creating a B2B product. But if you're a B2C kind of person, you think you want to have a lot of customers, a lot of users using your tech product, and a lot of sign-ups, and you want to play on price, probably you're fine with making it a commodity, then you could be a B2C product. And there are also many hybrids in between, but these are the two main things that you can think of while creating a product. Usually, in many cases, B2B is a good way to go, because it's slightly more stable, and B2C, the growth is very, very fast. So it's you can create a lot of value very quickly. So you have to decide what you are comfortable with, right? Then the fourth step, is technical expertise. So this is something that nobody talks about. This is something that is very, very counterintuitive. Now, like other people would say that, create an idea and then, hire a team, go for funding, and, start building it, and the idea should be really good. But what I feel is that, you need to see where your technical expertise is, as in you as a person and your team and the people you can hire possibly, how much technical expertise do they have, and what kind of products can they build, and whether this idea, that you're coming up with, is it even doable, is it even possible, to be made by these people, because you don't necessarily want to take a lot of funding, in the beginning itself, without even having the product. So this is a very, very important question, very, very important factor to take into consideration, which almost nobody is looking at right now. So you have to, think about your technical expertise and the people you can hire, your friends with technical expertise, your network, and then, start striking off those ideas which you think are like very difficult, or you need a lot of fun to get through. So these are the main four ideas. The fifth, which is also very important, which is a bonus obviously for this video. The fifth is given by somebody called as Tim Ferriss, sorry, and he says, are you chasing the field mice, or are you chasing the antelope? So basically, you imagine yourself as a lion, and you can eat 10 field mice in the day, but you'll have to keep hunting, right? Or you can just kill one antelope and eat it for the rest of the week. So you can have like multiple small ideas you can bring to the market and then make a lot of money from that, or you can have like one big idea that can sustain the complete ship, right? So that's also another important question, while idea generation, what could be the potential worth or valuation of this idea. So these 5 things, if you keep in mind while generating an idea, 9 out of 10 times you'll be able to come to a right idea, hopefully. And now that you have the idea ready, you can start going through our other videos where we talk about how, if you have the idea, then how do you start designing the product, or start thinking about how to build the product, right? And you can also subscribe to our channel, because we're going to have a lot more such videos coming up in this month. So we look forward to sharing all this knowledge with you. And thanks a lot. And if you're a company that probably wants to hire a tech development partner and is looking for one, then we're the right people. You can see our email ID below, and our website's link also below, and do hit us up if you have any requirements. Thanks a lot, and see you in the next episode.